Alrighty, take your places. I know Sorcerer Ivor has already taken your register, and I apologize for my utmost lateness, but I hope you are still raring to learn and begin another full day, or your first day, here at college. I am your new lecturer. I am Valdremore. What? Oh, yes. I forget sometimes. Most of my students are getting used to this already, and I know none of you new students have seen me before, have you? Well, take a good look, because yes, I am undead, and yes, I am a talking skeleton. And no, I'm not going to lich you, nor am I going to turn you undead, or raise zombies and start an apocalypse, although I bloody well could if I wanted to. That was a joke. Anyway, with that business out of the way, I should start with introductions to this college that we all have to do here on your first days with new students. Well, I have to say, this is probably the most diverse crowd I've ever seen, especially compared to when we first opened this place many, many years ago. But before I begin, you must know that only a small number of clerics are welcome in these educational walls due to our strained relationship with that madhouse in Foxton, and that crazed Horace, and that ludicrous Pope Uberto. So, if you are not registered as a visiting cleric, you'll be removed permanently from these educational walls. Do I make myself clear? Good! With that gritty nonsense out of the way, let us begin. You sit in the halls of the College of Lochwyn, a mysterious, large, floating structure that hides itself above the skyline and is invisible to the naked eye by many creatures, and yes, we have tested it. It was founded by our king, King Inodus, and his wife, our Queen Isabella. It is an elven structure, and we have ascertained it was built at the height of their now no longer existent empire. You are all here as you have either chosen to be here, you've either been found by us, elected by us, or sent here by parents that clearly don't want you taking their gold and making you pay rent. You are here to study magic in its highest form. But I care not whether you think you are an experienced caster, a brilliant fire mage, or a sorcerer gifted by the wild magics of Icilion's aether. You are all novices under this roof. And to prove yourself to me and fellow students and lecturers and even the royal family, you must progress through educational means, understanding and tuning your magic to its highest potential. It is dangerous. It is new. The world has not had magic for very long. And in its rawest form, it can create and destroy everything and anything it so chooses to. You must understand history passed on from sorcerer to mage to warlock to druid, even to bardic traditions, though that type of magic is used for self-gain and pleasure, I have found. Even those who have dabbled in necromancy, blood magic, and hexes are welcome in these halls, so long as you don't do it or practice it on another student, because you will be found out if you do so. Before I send you off to your first classes, I want to ask you all a question. Anyone want to guess as to why we have to practice magics so far away from the ground? You! Yes, you, the one that coughed. Why do you think we have to practice magic in this ancient, large, floating structure above the ground? Because the church? Because the church. Well, thank the stars you aren't studying literacy because you'd be failing right now. But congratulations, you are correct. Many years ago, when I still had flesh upon this body, the College of Lochwyn was all of Lochwyn. Not just this structure, but the entire city. But this all changed when Pope Uberto usurped the Foxton throne, and the church began to grow its old bony fingers and sink deep into the other kingdoms, controlling them. And slowly they became in charge of every other kingdom that has not pledged allegiance to the church. But I think for now, we'll save that for next week's class. I want you to all continue practicing your arcana readings. Class dismissed.